Katnat social welfare haka kynthei tarik ulber hajar arpun riu kala rakhi yaka International Women's Day ne kasngi bakarpang ki kynthei halok bhawan Shillong shibenta kum kadak jong kajing rakhi yaka jingdap khatwais nam ka beti bachao beti padau scheme yagani kajing rakhi lapanya dak state Sankalp Hub for Empowerment of Women haka jing trelang bat katnat ka koy kakhia nangta katanat PHE bat kumjuru ka Meghalaya State Rural Livelihood Society halor kapang give to gain hagani ka program may don lang nadu unong aibut jong katanat social welfare uba po lengdo ka MLA ka kong Santa Mary Shila ki officer sorkar bat kiwedi ki balai sha khot ngobha habakren hagani ka sngi nagalyang ulat ka jalaw CH Vijayashankar ulaong ba ka jingpynkup burom ki kynthei bat ka jingpyn dikna ban ai ka ju khalat yaki ka long ka badon kambha ban pynkhlaiñ na ka banta ban tei ya ka Imlang ka sahlang.
She learned tailoring and opened her own shop. Today, as a community-based rehabilitation worker, she reaches out to persons with disabilities across 31 villages. Her story reminds us that true strength nongrang. The shawl is being presented by transforming locally grown produce into value-added products. Today, her enterprise produces spices, jams, pickles, and fruit-based products that reaches a number. Sustainable innovation, creating beautiful bamboo and cane kitchenware and decor. Through her work, she had trained artisans, created employment, and helped showcase indigenous skills beyond Meghalaya. Ladies and gentlemen, may we put our hands together in appreciation for their inspiring journey. Hills, she turned her passion for designing into a thriving enterprise. Through her brands and training centers, she has not only built a successful fashion business, but also trained and inspired many young people to pursue careers in design and entrepreneurship. Contemporary textiles using airy silk and other fabrics. A warm applause for this remarkable contribution. Bit of Srimati Randhita C.H. Samba while supporting livelihoods within her community. Meghalaya with remarkable distinction in ultra marathons across the country, completing over 100 races and achieving outstanding feats such as the standing second in the kajuh challenge, one of the highest ultra marathons in the world. Let's acknowledge this dedication, please, with a round of applause. Dr. Janita Mary Nongunri to receive the prestigious ISRO Young Scientist Award. Through her work at the Northeastern Space Application Center, she continues to
in different ways. Could be sports, education, health, and so many other things. All these things is because we have a very good Chief Minister. Our Chief Minister has taken up a lot of schemes and has empowered a lot of things for women. He has given a lot of schemes, especially relating to SSG, with so many things that I cannot mention you, it's too long. But our Honorable CM has really done since 2018 till now. It's been 8 long years now. He has been empowering women throughout all these years. Now you can see the SDGs have been increasing year by year, year by year. So all this is under his leadership. We really thank him so much, and we also wish him that his family and the whole of our state will keep on growing and keep on developing in different ways. As you can see that even in rural areas, all these awareness programs, the SSG like Sir Sampat said, that it has reached everywhere. And our women, you can see they're reaching in the state level, international level, all over. Could be any sector. We really thank him so much for giving us so much of opportunity and giving us the ways and means that how women can grow and how we can be resilient to everything. We really thank him, and of course with his cabinet ministers along with them, taking them on board and encouraging our women in different ways. So I will not say much of I will not go through so much because we have
ladies, the First Lady and Queen Santa Mary, who lit up the lamp quietly and ensuring that the flame remains alight as I speak. And on the contrary, if you watch the news right now, you will see men lighting up the skies in the Middle East with a lot of noise, a lot of violence, and a lot of damage. I think that is the core message of today, that our women folk have proved that in order to bring light, you need not cause destruction. And it's a message which I believe, as Sampatji has mentioned, Meghalaya is unique in a sense that you have over 85% of its population following the matrilineal system. Perhaps only those who can delve deep into our roots can understand why we chose to be matrilineal. At one point of time, there is a theory that the Khasi changers would have gone matrilineal. But then men, as is their nature, would love to venture and especially go into warfare. And therefore it was left to the women to take care of their homes and then emerge the matrilineal system. I'm happy to share this thought with all of you, that way back in the 18th century, we had somebody who wrote those beautiful lines. The hand that drops the cradle rules the world. Those are lines that capture the essence of womanhood. And as I recall, when my mother turned 80 last year, I wrote a card to her saying, "You carried me in your womb for 9 months. Thereafter, you carried me in your arms. And thereafter, you still carry me in your heart." I think the beauty of this celebration is that it reinforces the special place that women occupy in Meghalaya, something that the rest of the world can learn from. In this tiny space, in the backwaters of northeast India, we should be proud that the world has so much to learn. Whether you talk of our sacred forests, way before being environment friendly became fashionable, whether you talk of our jingai, the living root bridges, which I personally am proud to have been associated with, and today we are on the verge of getting these bridges recognized internationally as a marvel of engineering. And it is also with a lot of pride that I'd like to remind each one of you that when it comes to our fabric and textiles products, we have in Umden an entire cluster of villages where not less than 3,000 women are engaged in weaving and producing various products, of which the India has now got GI tag, internationally known and recognized. On a day like today, I'd like to pay special respect to all our mothers, our sisters, who, despite various multifarious challenges, have made sure that they not only survive, but they also thrive. And in a state where you can see that the population ratio is more or less equal, the task of building Melia depends on both men and women equally.
Today at Lok Bhavan to celebrate International Women's Day and also to celebrate the completion of 11th year Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The flagship program of the Union government under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister of the country, Sri Narendra Modi ji. On this day, we must review what has been achieved so far and renew our commitment towards the empowerment and well-being of women. So many of the achievers we have called and honored them. This is the time to recall and review what are our achievements in the state of Meghalaya and what would be our commitments in the coming days. What would be our commitment and concern in the coming days. It is an opportunity to make stronger plans, work together with a greater determination and further strengthen of our efforts to ensure equality, safety, education and opportunities for every woman in our society. You see, we have to think what actually Constitution speaks. Constitution of India. If at all you speak about Article 15 of the Indian Constitution, Article 15 clearly says, states shall not make any discrimination on the basis of caste. Article 15 of the Indian Constitution, it speaks clearly, tells us clearly, states shall not make any discrimination on the basis of caste, on the basis of color, on the basis of creed, and on the basis of sex. If at all any discrimination is there among these issues, ultimately it is unconstitutional. Ultimately it is unconstitutional. It is against the Constitution. International Women's Day is a special occasion to recognize the achievements, strength and contribution of women in every field of our life. This day was designated by the United Nations in December 1977 to observe as UN Day for Women's Rights and International Peace. It reflects the progress made towards the gender equality while also reminding us to empower women through education, opportunity and equal participation in society. Meghalaya has a rich cultural tradition where women hold an important place in society. The unique heritage reminds us that respecting and empowering women has always been part of our values. However, even today, there is a need to continue strengthening opportunities for women in the education, health, entrepreneurship and leadership. I think out of 16 MLAs in Meghalaya, Mr. Paulji, we are able to see only 3 belongs to women community. If at all 33% reservation comes, it is going to come 100%. If at all 33% reservation come into force, I think probably from next election, I think it is going to come. 33% in the sense not less than 20 MLAs were able to see in the assembly, that particularly in the state of Meghalaya. No claps. You see, in the place of 3, you are going to be 20. Such being the case, I think your missus is supposed to contest in place of you. So 20, not less than 20, 33 in the sense probably 20 MLAs were able to see the state of Meghalaya. And minimum 1 MP is going to reserve for the women community. Out of 2, 1 is going to be reserved for women community. This is going to happen. Mentally we have to prepare for that. The Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao initiative, which completes 11 years, has played a significant role in promoting the value of girl child. The scheme focuses on protecting the girl child, ensuring her education and creating an environment where she can grow with dignity and confidence across the country. It has helped raise awareness about the gender equality and the importance and investing in our daughters. So one thing I have to mention here, being and holding this responsible position, this all of us, we have to think it very seriously. This teenage pregnancy, that you have to think it very seriously. That shouldn't happen in case of anybody, in case of anybody's life. That we have to think very seriously. Teenage pregnancy remains a serious concern in several parts of not only Meghalaya, in the entire country, affecting the health, education and future opportunities of young girls. Addressing this issue requires greater awareness, access to education, stronger community support